Hello there. Happy Easter 2018. I'm Thomas Edward Ziemann. My friends call me Tom. This is a long time coming. I have been asked for years to please get my books onto audio tape. My beloved wife has been on me to create my first video blog. So here it is today. So until I finish actually getting the rest of my books on audio, my goal is actually to be doing short, uplifting video blogs that will cover a myriad of ideas, some perhaps from my first book, The Department of Sanitation, some from my latest book, my dark book, Taming the Anger Dragon. The cool thing I think you'll enjoy about this is that I never claim anything that I share here is right, or it's the only way, or it's the way. There will be no proselytizing here. These are ways that have worked for me. A little about myself. I am 56 years old. I am happily married. I am the Western Regional Sales Manager for Technoglass, the second largest auto glass company in the United States. No, this won't be a sales per se blog. I'm proud of my daughters, two amazing daughters. One of them helped me edit my second book here. 9 cats, honorably discharged vet, but more to the point is that my past, my dark past, which I'm going to share today right now, is I am a former irascible, functioning angerholic, mean, rude, egotistical. And it took me until I was 50 years old to not just realize I had a problem, but more importantly, what my problem was. My great friend, Betsy Chassie, who actually wrote the foreword for Taming the Anger Dragon, she reminds us that we're generally not angry for the things we believe we are. And when I hit 50, I knew I had a problem. Oh, believe me. A lot I will discuss. This is going to be a very short blog here, and as we go with time, we'll share other things. But I can tell you this. When I hit 50, I just realized my life was in shambles. I lost a 17-year marriage to a great woman. Terrible relationships with both of my amazing daughters. Had lost jobs in the past. But I finally, like a light went on, it says not only did I need to change, but I figured out why I was so angry. It sounds crazy. It was this unrequited love from my father, who had passed away. Remember, just because a person passes away or is out of your life, the relationship doesn't end. It exists. It continues. Once I forgave him, and that's the hard part, forgiving. A lot of us are like fishermen with our forgiveness. We forgive them, we put it out there, and then something happens, something clicks, some memory, and zzz, we're reeling it back in, and we're taking and re-experience the anger dragon within that I like to refer to as, and actually my great friend Steve McSwain says we have many dragons, the hypochondriac dragon, the worry dragon, and we'll discuss those more in great detail. But when I finally forgave him, and believe me, I didn't do it for him. I didn't think he deserved it, but I did it for me, to give myself inner peace. Once I did this, my life changed. It blossomed. Huge boulders were lifted off my shoulders, and I started in earnest I realized that anger is a huge problem out there. You look today, look around. Have you been in the supermarket lines? Have you driven on the streets? I'm convinced we live in the angriest time we've ever been in recorded history. It actually sells. And if you look on, I was listening to a great interview on NPR, and they were talking about anger. Of course, my ears were all perked up about it. And the reason why anger sells is it gets people to buy things too, and it evokes a feeling, which is a part of really anything that you're trying to do or trying to evoke, trying to convince. So I digress here. I'm angry, and I figured out why I had a problem. My dad, right? I forgave him. And then I started in earnest to do my research. Went to Amazon, boasts 12 million books. To my surprise, my chagrin, my dismay, there were very few books written about anger that a layman like myself could read, understand, not just intellectually, but emotionally, and get benefit out of it. Dr. Gary Chapman, better known for the 5 love languages, has a great book on anger, but not very many. So about 3 years from that point of writing and listening and going in chronological order of my life to put this book together, it finally happened. And people have been asking me to talk about it. Now, would I love to sell books here? Of course. But the great thing about these blogs, it's not a sales pitch. There'll be nothing for you to have to go and send money afterwards. I'm going to share the meat of all my writings and other ones too. During these talks, I may bring in great speakers who've had influence on me. I may talk about life-changing experience that I had. There will be no politics. There's way too many programs out there, and I couldn't speak eloquently enough about it to do them justice. So no politics and no religion either. I'm more of a spiritualist. I'm not claiming mine's the way. It's just some ideas that have worked for me. If I had one goal for you, the watcher who's watching this right now, is I don't care if you believe what I say. If you absolutely vehemently disbelieve what I say, and it even can rile you up, that's good. You win. You win for a couple of reasons, because you know what resonates with you. You know who you are. My dream in life, in fact, my life purpose, is to help others to find theirs. And only you can do that. And we'll share some ideas in every one of these. Hopefully they'll be meaty at the end of this. Please add your comments to Facebook of what you'd like to see. You can go to my other page, the Department of Sanitation on Facebook. You can send me an email to tomzglassman, tomzglassman@yahoo.com. I promise as soon as I can, I will get back and answer everyone. Give me some ideas. Give me what you liked, what you didn't. Moving on. Anger. The final frontier. As I said, we live in an angry time. Anger sells, but anger nearly destroyed me. As I said, it destroyed a marriage, friendships, forgiveness. Probably one of the hardest things to do. Once I could forgive that bastard, my dad, and really look at the beauty in him, even the people that irritate us the most. A lot of times we find that it's really things that are irritating about ourselves. You know, it's the way that our parents raised most of us is multi-generational, meaning that you will tend to, unless you have, an epiphany and you say, I am going to stop the madness, I'm not going to do what my parents did, we're going to have a lot of their tendencies. It's just, for whatever reason, it's ingrained. It goes into you. I knew I needed to change. I absolutely did. And my first guru, Johnny Norman, who I met before I went in the Navy, changed my life. Because in every martial arts class he did, he ended with a different meditation. He knew hundreds, maybe 400, maybe more of them. I'm lucky if I know 40 of them. I'd be blessed to say if I could do 5 with eloquence, that would be good. This guy was the master. And I was an intense dude. You might still think I am, that I was but he had a way to call my dragon, to calm it, and he used a myriad of different meditations. We'll have one today, and in subsequent programs we'll talk about more. In fact, that'll be a whole show, just on taking the murky veil off meditations and how it can help. But he gave me something, and if I so wished I would have heeded his advice, his sagely advice, back when I was 17, 18 years old. He told me I was angry. He knew it. He still loved me. And he gave me this great technique. Would you like to hear it? If you buy this, you don't even need the book. This is it. I'm giving it away. And it sounds so easy. It's been taught in Vedic traditions, in Buddhism, in Taoism, in Hinduism, Zoroaster, spiritual practices that deal with meditation. They talk about one thing. It's one thing that there's a golden thread that runs through. It's called focusing on your breath. Yeah. You say, focusing on my breath? Really? I'm telling you. For me, miraculous. Miraculous. And the way that Johnny explained it is, think of your energy as starting in the spine. This is a lot of Eastern philosophies would concur with this. And it travels up the Shoshona, up the astral tube per se. We're not gonna go very philosophical or use a lot of crazy words for lack of better words. But you think of your energy when it travels up the spine and it's flowing. When you're pissed off, it's going like this. With our breath, we can calm it. We can focus. We can bring it in. Okay, here's the technique that changed my life. It's the 4-4-4 technique. The 4-4-4. They don't teach us how to breathe. I'm not aware of any curriculum in the United States that is teaching breathing as a part of classes. It'd be great in elementary school. Think of the effects. Think of the better nation, the better world we would have if we were less angry, right? I mean, I'm going to stick by that. That resonates with me. So again, the 4-4-4 technique is we want to breathe deep. Deep breathers are deep thinkers. Deep breath allows you to be in a situation but not overcome, not be taken over by your dragon. It's the way to tame your inner dragon, as it were. So we want to breathe deep on 4. We want to take our breath on a 4 count, 1, 2, 3, 4, down to Dantian. Think of Dantian as a spot just below your navel to the left. So we take it down on 4. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. We hold for 4. And we let it out on 4. If you can, breathe through the nose. You don't have to. See how you feel after you do that. It's amazing. I've been blessed to not only teach, had the tutelage of amazing meditation masters for years, and believe me, I'm not. I have a long way to go. I can just follow my own advice, right? The one thing that they have all instilled, aside from the breath, is to share this. So I've been blessed to share this for many, many years, teaching satsangs. Satsang is an old Hindu term for sat means truth, sang means gathering. So I've been hosting these on my property, the Zen Gardens, for many years. And so I don't have to do the whole thing. I'll bring in an amazing speaker. Maybe I'll bring them on these video blogs, who knows. And then I'll do, excuse me, the guided meditation afterwards. So it's interesting, people who will see my Facebook page and they'll say, hey, meditation. And I'm going, yeah, what about it? And they go, I don't have time. Now I used to get angry about that. And anger, we're going to have to do just another blog on this because I really don't want this to go on for an hour. I just want it to be short and sweet. You've got the meat of it already. No, Tom, I just don't have time to meditate. So rather than get mad anymore, I just ask them, do you have time to breathe? All right. What do you mean, do I have time? And the 4-4-4 technique has had miraculous results. So I encourage you, try the 4-4-4 technique and enjoy. If you are interested in delving deeper in any of my writings or whatnot, again, books are available on Amazon. My first easy reading, I wrote, this one took me 32 years to finish. I'm not exaggerating there. Very light. The Dark, my Dragger, my Dragger. My Dragon book. This is the Dark one. Both are good, both are on there. You can get a free sample just by going to Amazon and typing in the name. Until our next visit, I wish you well.